It's that time of the week again where we're going to answer some questions for you. We've got 3 questions this week because you guys have been asking us questions. Thank you. So we're going to dive straight in because there's 3, because otherwise we'll ramble for quite a while.
Okay.
So the first one is, how long have you been married and what kind of ceremony did you have? So we were married 3 years in June.
Yep.
And it was a humanist, which was pretty cool because neither of us are like
Religious at all.
super religious.
Or
Like,
even religious.
yeah, like I have an interest in Buddhism, but it's kind of more a way of life than a religion.
Yeah.
But that's like a whole other like video.
Yeah.
So neither of us are religious. We didn't want like a church ceremony or anything like that. So we went for humanist, and we got married in the Surgeons' Hall in Edinburgh.
Yeah.
And it was great because it meant that we could do what we wanted. We could have it as long or as short as we wanted. And I really liked our ceremony.
Yeah. Because our...
Obviously, I'm biased as hell, but I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. I liked it because our celebrant took time, asked us questions.
Yeah.
And when we were kind of, we're not sure, she sort of put back the, well, how about this, and this?
Yeah, because there
Showing
was
that-
like certain things that we did that were not traditional in the slightest. Like, I'm kind of estranged from my parents, so when she kind of did the "who's walking you down the aisle," I was ready for this like onslaught of like, I am not property to be given from one man to another, and she didn't even let me get that far. I just said, like, I'm not having my father there, I'm not being given away. And she was like, oh, that's lovely, like, why don't the 2 of you walk down the aisle together? Why don't you enter together? Because, you know, you live together and this is something you're entering in together. It was like, that would be lovely. I will rein in my rant about being property. So there were little bits like that which were lovely.
Yeah. It was...
We had like a couple, like, she was like, there's like space for readings if you want them, and we had Darwin's to marry.
Yep.
Which was done by 2 friends of mine because, like, 1, it's kind of a cool reading, and 2, I knew they'd really enjoy it. It's like a list of reasons pro-marriage, anti-marriage, like, it's better than a dog, but then again, you know, I'd have to, like, give up my time at the country club or
Yeah. Less money for books.
Yes, exactly. So there was that. Your sister did the Owl and the Pussycat, which she decided about on her own because, you know, pussycats.
Yeah.
And all round it was just...
It was a really nice day.
Yeah, it wasn't too formal, it was nice and relaxed, and it was just lovely.
Yeah.
I really, really liked it. So yeah, just over 3 years, and humanist.
There you go.
There you go. The next question is from someone you went to school with.
Dun, dun, dun.
Woo! The internet, letting people get together. So it is talking about putting sauces on food. So this person is saying that while they're not 100% vegan and they're like fitting in a bit more kind of vegetable based things in spring and summer, do we have any sauce recommendations? So this person has mentioned that they love lentils and pulses along with oriental veg and things like that. So I could ramble about this for ages and like, sauces, yes! But I will narrow it down. There are a few things which I find work really well. So I did one in my meal prep video, which is like a really simple lentil dressing of soy sauce and lemon juice. Oh, we've got wriggles.
We've got wriggles.
We've got wriggles.
Right.
Off you go. Yeah, lemon juice and soy sauce. You can put a little bit of sesame oil in there as well. It's more a dressing than the sauce, but it gives your lentils something to soak up so they're not quite as dry. On the whole, I favour nut butter. Which sounds really weird because I don't like putting oil in dressings, like salad dressings and things like that, because I'm just not a fan. Whereas nut butter, it gives you that kind of creaminess. It gives you like a hit of the protein, which keeps you a bit fuller. And I just find it's really nice. So things like almond butter, and we've got some fig jam. I mix the 2 of those together with a little bit of soy sauce and a little bit of water just to thin it out. And I put that on salads.
Yep.
Oriental style dressings, I tend to go towards teriyaki because it's very easy to do. You can get it in a jar, but seriously, it's like the simplest thing. It's 1 part sake, 1 part soy sauce, I put a little bit of garlic in mine because I love garlic, and a little bit of sugar just to caramelise it. And you just put it in a pan and boil it until it's thick, and it is that simple.
Yeah.
Sweet chilli sauce is another good one because it's just a bottle that sits in the cupboard. And a little bit of that, again, a little bit of soy sauce, a little bit of garlic, and it just kind of makes a really quick and easy sauce.
Yeah.
What else is there?
Well, you just don't get me started on the cheese sauces from Wicked Healthy because they're not good for you.
Yeah, but that's like more like a meal in itself because
Yeah.
it's like a macaroni cheese type sauce.
Yeah.
What else is there? God, I could go on forever. I've recently discovered black vinegar, which I really, really like.
I was going to say your sesame dressing.
Oh yeah,
From
that's
Mama
like a
Kentucky.
nut butter one. So instead of like almond butter, which I like, because it's not got that kind of overbearing flavour, because you can do like peanut butter sauce, or there's almond if you're going to put like jams and things in it, or chutneys. The other one is tahini. Tahini, lemon juice, a little bit of soy sauce, a little bit of water, or you could even do tahini and lemon juice and garlic. And that's kind of like a Middle Eastern type dressing that you can put on falafel, or even we have that with Asian food because we had it quite a lot in Japan.
Yep. The Mama
So yeah,
Kentucky.
I will write some down. I will put a link to it below so that the person I'm talking to can see it, but also if anyone else is watching this and they're interested, the information is there for them as well. Sauces. So the third question isn't really a question, it's a comment that someone left that you don't know about, because I've not told Leo about this yet, but I think it would be funny.
What?
So, this person said, this was on our last Q&A about tattoos, saying, I've been hiding my tattoos from my mum for 21 years. Now you know why I want to bring this up and talk about it, right? I come from a background where my uncle is my tattooist, so my parents have had issues with some of my tattoos, but I've kind of had that relationship with them where I can tell them where to stick it. Like I say, we're estranged. It's a bit, so I'm kind of comfortable telling them that I don't care what they think, so. But your parents are lovely,
Yep.
and you get on with your parents, and you were living with your parents when you had your first tattoo, so I will let you tell the story of you trying to hide your tattoo from your mum.
Yeah.
Now do you see why I wanted to talk about this?
So I get my first tattoo. And yeah, it was...
The one you mentioned previously.
Yeah, the Grendel mask. It was...
It was kind of up here.
Yep. It was, but on my back.
Yeah.
And obviously, tattoo aftercare. Now, I can't ask my parents to give me a hand because I'm hiding this from them because, I'm a grown man in his 20s hiding from things from his parents because that's just how it worked out.
Yeah.
So, I had this, how the hell am I going to do this? So, I ended up getting one of those wooden incense stick holders and wrapping a J cloth around it. And literally, whatever tattoo cream I had, I would apply that to it. And so I would stand with my back to the mirror and I'd have a shaving mirror in this hand and I'd be going sort of... But I was sensible, and so I'd do that and then wash the J cloth and sort of squeeze it out and stuff like that and let it dry. So it dried, forming to the shape of the incense stick holder, because previously I had to sort of find a pencil or a pen or something like that and press that down on it to hold it in place because it kept unravelling. See? I had this down. And that's it. And I'd then take it into my room and hide them so they couldn't be found. And it was very secretive.
I'm getting away with this. I am the master of this.
Yay! Go me. Apart from one night, I forgot. And so I left it in the bathroom and my mum then found it. And she was like, came through brandishing this and went, what on earth is this? And my dad just sort of looked at me and said, well, it's nothing to do with me, so it's clearly you. And that was his contribution to the conversation. So I said, well, yeah, lying furiously on the spot. I had a itchy back and I wanted to scratch it, but I didn't want to just scratch it with that. And yeah, it's fine. And I thought, yep, I've got away with it. This was, I'm quite happy.
Once again, I am master of this.
Yep. Totally bossing it. Oh, cool. Cut to following morning. Now, as my mum reminds me on a semi-regular basis, that I broke her because I was, I think...
You were a rat as a kid.
Very much. And yeah, it was just, one summer, I think literally every day I came home wet, having fallen in the water of Leith or fallen out of trees or something. So I can kind of see where she's coming from on this. And so overnight, she's gone from, yeah, this is fine, to, oh my God, he's got a cancerous mole. He's got skin cancer, he's going to die. And so I'm like, so she's now insisting on seeing my quote sore back, unquote. I'm like, no, don't be daft. And she's like, no, I insist.
My baby boy is going to die. I must see it. Show me.
Pretty much. So I then sort of think, right, well, I'll placate her by saying, well, fine, I'll go and see the GP about it. Oh my God, you're going to see the doctor about it? And it's that, no, I'm going. And you know how you just reach this point of, I am busted. Let's just cut straight to the chase and the point when they find out. So I did that, and that was my dad's, oh my God, you want to be a tattooed fuckwit for the rest of your life, your choice. And my mum was the, funnily enough, the second one, which is my wee tramp stamp, I wasn't as sneaky with that, and there was the.
There's no point after the first one, is there?
But I still sort of thought, oh, better that they don't know because life's just so much easier that way. And yeah, just the sort of the wee paper towel thing that was put over it.
Yeah.
Took off, chucked it in the bin, and my mum saw it because it landed. It was this black and red. Very much so. And then I showed it. It was the oh, his wee face, and it was that. This was not what I was expecting. So yeah.
I also have a hidden tattoo story. Obviously, it's not me because I've just told you that I very much don't care.
Yeah.
It's my dad. Now, my dad started getting tattooed when he was about 40. And he had, it started up here, and he was very much, I'm only going to get the one. Which he then kind of decided that someone else said, rather than himself, so that he always gave someone else grief about, so I thought you were only going to get one. That was you that said that, no one else. So we started up here, and had them up here and everything. Now, my dad used to work in the garage quite a lot, or in the shed out the back, doing various things. So would be in a vest. And every time my granny would come over, he is 40 at this point, I wish to point out, 40 plus, so mid-40s. Probably the age you are right now.
Uh-huh.
As soon as my granny would turn up, he'd be like, quick, get me a t-shirt, get me a t-shirt, get me something with long sleeves. And he would refuse to come out of the back garden until he was covered up. Now, my dad's this biker type. So he's always giving it oh yeah, I don't care what people think. Oh yeah, I'm well hard. But as soon as my granny would turn up, he'd be like, oh, quick, I need to cover up, which I used to, rib him about all the time. Because, dude, seriously. Look at you. Come on. You can't be this biker type who's I'm so hard and then hide from a granny. Come on. Plus, well, we all know grannies are way harder, but there we go.
Yep.
So, one day, when I was about 15, he had enough of my ribbing. Me taking the piss out of him. So, I don't care what she thinks. I'm going to tell her. I'm like, yeah. You've been saying this for months, years. So my granny comes round, and he comes strolling in out of the back garden in a vest. It's yes, mother, I have tattoos. But she's got her belly button pierced, and pointed at me. And my granny immediately went from to me, and my dad just ran. What the hell just happened? What? immediately it was just all focus on, you have a piercing. I'm like, but I can take this out. I have taken it out now. Like, you know, it's not permanent. But you're completely ignoring the fact that he's been hiding tattoos from you. Thanks, Dad.
Yay. So yeah.
I will just never ever forget that I'm like so big and hard and just, please quick, I need to hide from my mother.
Yeah.
So there we go. While it wasn't a question, we did have a couple of stories which make me laugh. So we thought we could share them with you.
So there you go.
And there we have it. If you have any other questions, please do ask away because, you know, we like making these videos.
Yep.
And don't forget to subscribe, please.
And like.
Yeah.
And share.
Please subscribe because, you know, subscribe. And there's
You have
the
a
Patreon
Patreon, that's
and everything. All the links and everything are below. But yeah, ask us questions. Please subscribe. Check out Patreon. And we will see you next time.
Bye.